Merry Christmas. It is that special time of the year, and it's very special here at Shepherd Community. Lots of exciting things happening. We just sent a bunch of students home with food boxes for the Christmas break. We'll be helping families next week with more food boxes, and we have our Christmas store going on, and I want to share with you sort of how this all transpired. We've been doing this for many years, and we appreciate so many great partners. We've had one who has stepped up to help us take that to a new level. Traders Point Christian Church has been super for us, and they showed up yesterday with lots of toys and clothes. Lids has donated items for us, and we are excited that we're going to help probably over 2,000 kids be able to have Christmas. But what's different about our program is not that the kids come here and get them, but the parents shop, select what they want, and then they have volunteers who are helping wrap those gifts. That's why you see all that wrapping paper coming in. And the gifts go home from mom and dad or from grandma, whoever's there. And we appreciate the partnership of so many who make that possible for us to invest in our families. You see the store, and it's changing lives. We're excited, and so we want to share with you a special message from our students. What is Christmas joy?
Enjoy Christmas? Being happy in Shepherd Community Academy. The presents and giving joy to the world. Presents and snow. When I can hang out with my family and open presents with them. Happiness. I like playing with my friends, snow fights. Hanging out with your family. Passing the time with my family. Santa. God's birthday. Having fun with my family and about God. I really like all of the presents that come. Santa. Going sledding, opening up stockings, opening up presents, and that God was born on that day. I like the presents and that people want me with my family. Presents, because presents for Santa. My family, my friends, and cousins. It's when God gives gifts and joy to everybody, and when it's his birthday.
The Christmas tree, my parents, my family, and everybody that brings me joy.
Santa. If I get a new scooter and a trampoline, that would bring me lots of joy. Put up the Christmas trees and making cookies for Santa. Getting presents.
When Santa brings some presents, it makes it so much fun and everything.
I love joy, and I love to play with my mom and dad, and my dad always celebrates me with Christmas and Christmas decorations and presents.
My friends and family. Spending time with family and opening presents. My parents and my friends and presents. What brings me joy to Christmas is spending time with my friends and family.
My family. That's what brings me joy. When Jesus was born.
Well, I'm back with a special friend, first and foremost. State Representative Mitch Gore serves the southern part of our neighborhood and is also a captain in the Sheriff's Department. Mitch, you know a lot of what Shepherd does. It is serving many of your constituents. What's so important for a place like Shepherd Community and the community?
Well, I mean, if we didn't have places like Shepherd Community Center, I don't know how we would function as a society. There are certain things that the government can do, there are certain things that individual families might be able to do, but when they can't, you have to have an organization like Shepherd that provides these incredible resources. And behind us, stuff like this is just above and beyond what I think anybody would expect out of places like this. You guys do phenomenal work, and I'm extremely grateful for it.
Well, we've appreciated the partnership, things that you've helped us with, and the advocate you are at the State House with issues that impact our community. One of the things that you've been very helpful for is gun locks and helping provide those so that we could get those into families' homes. We're not going to debate guns, but we want to make them, if someone chooses to have them, be safe. We know a lot of senseless tragedies in your life, also in law enforcement, and we appreciate the double service. Your family gives up a lot for you to serve in both areas. We heard this week of a tragedy of just a horrible murder, young kids. What are you seeing with a law enforcement lens? What's the challenge? What do we as a community need to be talking about?
Well, it's just that. It's the fact that more and more these issues are impacting our kids. I think you talk to some of my colleagues at the Sheriff's Office that have been on a lot longer than me, and you'll find that kids used to commit crimes, but not at the levels that we're seeing now. And the shootings, not only did they occur far less frequently, but now it seems like every time an officer pulls a car over, for example, there's a firearm in the car, at least one. Kids are able to access them at much higher rates. That's why I'm grateful for your partnership on the gun lock initiative. Because you're right, we have the right to own firearms. We just want to do it responsibly, especially when we're around kids. And that's a cause that's championed by people on the proverbial right side of this issue and left side of this issue. But yeah, the crime is impacting our kids more and more. And as you know, that has ripple effects for a long time, and perhaps even across generations. The trauma that can come from some of these things is going to take a concentrated effort to address. I know you do that work here, and really our job is it's supposed to be how to figure out how to increase your capacity to do the work and broaden the pool of folks who are doing the work.
Law enforcement corrals behavior. We can change behavior when we give them hope. I just read something today. Hope is a noun, not a verb.
Yeah.
And so that foundation that we have in being able to say hope is real, we celebrate that at Christmas, the birth of Jesus Christ. I want to make sure that everyone knows that every student has hope, and I think that's what's missing. We have a generation that is hopeless.
Yeah.
And we can't arrest our way out of it,
No.
incarcerate, we can't. We have to be about the work of engaging in kids, and I've said this many times, every kid's going to be mentored. The question's by who?
Yeah.
Quite honestly, we're being outworked right now.
Yeah.
Christmas is a great time to slow down and be with family, but find those kids that you can invest in. Mitch, as you get ready to start into session, what do you see as the big issues for our state?
So, I look at a lot of things just because of the nature of my work through a public safety lens. We have our own issues here in Marion County. As you know, my whole district is within Marion County. And so, we have to address some of these things like street takeovers. Again, a lot of juveniles participating in these activities. And it's like, why are you out at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday? And it's exactly what you're saying. They're going to find an outlet for this somewhere. Hopefully it can be a positive one, but if not, something fills that void. We got to get kids to go to school, to actually learn how to read and write, to enjoy going to school. And if they don't, meet the guidelines that they need to meet, we have to have some intensive tutoring available to them, and sometimes, maybe they don't go on to the next grade unless, they're able to actually make it. We're taking a stab at that, I know. And then, finally, again, it's a budget session. So it really is, and it's a tight budget session. I'm not going to lie to anybody. And so really it's just making sure that some of these priorities make it across the finish line, because you know, it really is just one big pie, and certain slices are going to be a lot bigger and certain slices are going to be smaller, and some might get eliminated altogether. We just got to keep the good stuff that may not be as flashy as, you know, billions of dollars in economic whatever, or you know, a lot of parcels up, you know, in Boone County. You know, things look great, but if we're not really focusing on what really matters, which is our kids, our families, we're just going to continue to see this, these things happen. So,
well, Mitch, we appreciate the friendship, but your leadership for our community in so many ways, and we appreciate our listeners and those who watch this video and make it possible for us to be here. This is a great time, end of the year, to make a gift to Shepherd Community. Go to shepherdcommunity.org. You can make your gift, and we will be good stewards of that, investing in the lives of our neighbors. You can go to our podcast, Breaking the Cycle of Poverty, and you can listen, hear some of the deep dives that we do into these stories. As we go into 2025, we go in with hope. Lots of challenges, but we go in with hope because of He who gave us that hope. Emmanuel, God with us. Merry Christmas.